Hey everybody, it's Roy. I am 1 month post-op. It has been 4 weeks today since my surgery. And let me go ahead and get the stats out of the way. I have lost 36 pounds since my surgery date and 48 pounds since my pre-op diet. So I feel like I'm doing really well. Let me go ahead and put up the before and after pictures in case anyone's interested. So here they are. So let me give you a little bit of insight into what actually is um, my daily life is like. So I have to get at least 120 grams of protein in every day. I don't find that to be a problem. I usually do 3 shakes, and between the yogurt and other food that I get, I usually get more than 120 grams. I don't find it to be that big of a deal. I like Fairlife shakes. The chocolate and the vanilla are both great, and they have 30 grams of protein. I also use, for powder, I use integrated supplements. Um, I find that they have the least chemical taste of all the protein powders, and they seem to mix really well. So if you can find integrated supplements, they're really good. I'm on solid food now, but it's still soft. So like wet prepared food, crock pot, stuff like that. But man, what a major change. So let me tell you, if you haven't gone through it yet, the puree diet is the worst by far. It sucks. Um, Pureed everything is just awful because it's a tease of solid food, but it's not really. I had chicken salad and egg salad and tuna salad. And it's just the worst. I'm so glad that that's over because it sucked. It was worse than the liquid diet. Right now, I'm surprised because I can drink a Fairlife shake, which is about 11 ounces, in, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. Um, and so when I moved to solid foods, I thought, okay, well, so maybe I can have 10 ounces of food. I'm only getting 3 ounces, maybe four, of solid food at a time. So I have tiny little serving bowls of a single London broil will last me a week. Um, or chicken. I have maybe a third of a chicken breast, and that's it. That's literally all I can eat. So the amount of solid food that you can eat at this stage is really tough. It's a small amount, and I find that it's best after I eat to walk. Otherwise, I get real bad acid reflux, which brings me to my next point. Acid reflux is a real problem. So I do take omeprazole once a day, but after I eat most solid foods, not all, but most, um, man, I can feel it all the way up here. It's so uncomfortable. Walking helps, but it doesn't really help that much. And Pepsid Complete and Tums doesn't really help that much. So when I have my appointment with my doctor next Monday, I'm going to ask him what I can do about that because if I eat the wrong thing, boy, it is the worst. And it's thankfully I haven't had any dumping. I am following the no drinking during the meals rule, which let me tell you, of all the rules, is the worst. Because there is nothing worse than having food taste in your mouth and having to wait 30 minutes before you can drink something to get rid of it. Um, I walk 3 miles a day. I feel like I have really great energy. I want to go for walks now, and I always hated them before. I just got a Bowflex, so next week when I can start doing weightlifting, I'm going to start with that. We had a gym membership, but with COVID-19, I'm not going to the gym anytime soon. What else is there? The Baratastic app. So if you're not using the Baratastic app, use it. It's incredible. It tracks your protein, it tracks your calories, it tracks your carbs, it tracks your all your food. It's really great. It's a godsend to me because if you had to keep it all in your head, there's no way you'd be able to do it. It has most foods. Very rarely do I have to actually manually enter something. And there's ways that you can just take a picture of it and submit it, and then in 2 weeks it'll suddenly be available in the app. So it's really a great app. If you're not using the Baratastic app, I highly suggest using it. Um, One of the really neat things is, even though I'm a month out, none of my old clothes fit anymore. I had to get rid of literally everything. I still have some shirts, some that used to be pretty small on me, just because I nobody can afford, nor should you go out and buy a new wardrobe throughout this process, at least not until you've leveled off. So I'm super early in my process. I've got another 6 to 8 months before I even start to level off. So what my wife does, and she's been great about this, is she goes to thrift stores and gets um, shorts and pants and shirts at different stages. So I have 42s, I have a bag of 40s, I have a bag of 38s, and a bag of 36s. And so this is stuff that I'll be using as I go, and it's really handy because you don't spend a lot of money. You're not going to be wearing it very long anyway. So it's a really economical option to do that. Um, I think that's about it. I like to keep these videos short because nobody wants to hear me drone on for 2 hours talking about how I feel about things. Um, it's part of the journey. I'm happy I did it. The acid reflux does make me regret things sometimes, but thankfully I have not strayed. I haven't had sugars. I haven't had carbs. Uh, no pizza, even though it smells terrific. And so I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Oh, also one protein bars are fantastic. So if you're looking for a good protein bar, do one bar. I can only eat about a third at a time. But they're like $3 a pop, so a third is $1. So it really works out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section. I try to get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps in any slight way. And I will see you at 2 months.